new, if on our website we've got, you know, the World Retail Congress logo, and we've got, you know, interviews with leaders, global leaders on there, you know, it's just going to accelerate the way people look at us, right?
Yeah, yeah. Listen, I'm up for doing anything with you, Steve. I've really enjoyed working with you in the past, and I'd love to again. Is there anything I specifically need to do at the moment, or is it wait for your slide deck and?
But I'm going to send you. I'll send you next week.
Yeah.
A slide deck and our product video, so you can get your head around what we're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
What I want you to do is to think about where we are in funding.
Yeah.
Right? Because our problem, as always, is, you know, we're so early stages. You know, is obviously funding, right? So at the moment we're on fumes, right? We've just got barely enough. You know, people aren't getting paid or anything, right? Everyone. So, you know, we're in that bootstraps. Everyone chip in and get it done, and then we're raising again, probably towards the end of at some point in Q2 next year, right? And that will give us our proper Series A, you know, a proper amount of money, and, you know, we can all get a bit of a salary, we can all sort of pay people, and it all, you know, we move into more of a formal business, right? So, how can we, I recognise, you know, you need some money, right? So, how can we create a sort of payment scheme that is back-weighted for more towards the end of next year? You know, you know, even if we have, I don't know, like a monthly thing that's really low to start off with, and then grows, you know, because I think it's not just a report. We could do content, you know. This, you know what I want now. You got a feeling of that constant, you know, drop in stuff and interviews, and we can help on interviews and stuff like that this time. You know, we've got more people and stuff, but I just need to figure out, because, you know, I can't pay a lot now. I can't pay anything right now. But over the next sort of, you know, 3, 4, you know, 5 months, we're on fumes, and it's really difficult, right? But I want to create a relationship with you that, you know, this is, you know, it's as in like a long-term relationship. I'm not going to, you know, we're going to need content all the time. So I want to get to a point where, you know, you're like our embedded content person.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, and we've got something like, you know, a report or something like that that's always going on. That allows us to have interesting content. If that makes sense.
Okay, it's immediately given me a few ideas about different models of working, and I mean, what I'll do is I mean, if you send the thing over, I mean, basically that doesn't really faze me, Steve. You know, so I'm fine with that, because it's all about the person that I'm working with for me, and, you know, and also if it's, you know, person plus great idea, you know, equals, you know, future happiness, you know. So I mean, yes, of course I have to sort of look at the bills for today as well as tomorrow and so on, but I take on board what you've said. Why don't you, if you send me the bits and bobs that you were going to send me next week, and I will have a serious think about it, and not just in terms of, you know, the potential of the idea, but also about, you know, models of working together for the long term. I'd be very happy to think about that. Is there a significant moment? Sorry, go on. Yeah.
I was going to say, and try and think about it, like, not just about this report, but try and think about in the medium term, like 2020, 2021, 2022.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? So I know there's risk there for you. So I don't mind you saying, because I'm going to do risk at the start, you know, there's a curve here, Steve. That needs to go up. That kind of, you know, and that's the risk of me working with an early stage business. So therefore, you know, once we cross a certain line, you're going to have to, you know, it's going to have to look half decent for me to make up for the risk I put in at the beginning.
Okay.
I get that, 100%, you know, but try and think about it in those terms. It's like I say, I'm talking about the report, but it's not, the report's just a bullet in our gun. So, you know, what I want is someone
who knows how to keep firing the gun.
Yeah, you know, that's embedded in us, that totally is a partner to our organisation. And, you know, any given time we could have different reports going on, or one big report. You know, we're always going to be doing something, because that's how we are. Plus, once we get going, you know, how can you take the bullets that we're generating in all of our data and stuff? Because obviously, once we get a handful of clients, you can imagine we're talking to, you know, obviously some interesting people, as you can imagine. Right? So as we start picking up clients,